listening to Keith Prince's Curtain Call.
How are you?
I'm fabulous. How about yourself?
Good, good.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
All right, so here we go. We are here at the press up fronts for Still, that's what I've been doing it like that lately,
Yes.
Still, with new playwright, for me at least, Miss Lia Romeo, featuring Miss Melissa Gilbert, who we had, and as well as
Mark Moses.
Mark Moses. Some of you may remember him from Desperate Housewives. Some of you might remember him from Mad Men. I remember you from both, which is good for me.
Well, that's good. That's good, yeah.
And it's so funny about Mad Men is that I have this really weird theory that I blame Mad Men for our current political situation. But we'll talk about that another day.
Yes, it's funny. It's a jump of only 50 years. You know, back when Mad Men existed, the tax rate was a lot higher than it is now, and nobody wants that anymore. But you know, they say the new current administration is like, make America great again. And if you want to make America great again, then you got to pay taxes, right? But then the new administration doesn't want to pay taxes. So then how do you make America great again? These are some of the topics that we cover, not in Still. We don't talk about taxes. No, we're not going to talk about taxes. But we do talk about things, about coming together, about the differences in our country, and can we realistically come together when our differences keep getting wider and wider and wider. Right. It also has a romantic element. After you haven't seen someone for 30 years, can you once again bring that together? Can you still bring it together? And it's a wonderful place. So we hope everybody comes down to the Sheen Center to see it. On the 29th, we're having a fundraiser for the fires in LA, which I'm thrilled about because my son is there and I have many friends there. I was there for 30 years before I came back about 6-7 years ago.
But you're from New York. You're a New
Well,
Yorker.
I was born in New York, and then I grew up in Chicago, but I was born here. My dad worked on Park Avenue. He was an advertising guy. My mom was a stewardess, and they met, and I was born in the West Village.
That is such the 60s.
It was the 60s.
Late 50s, 60s.
Well, that's when it was. The West Village was bohemian back then.
Right.
And also St. Vincent's Hospital, where I was born, was there.
I worked at St. Vincent's Hospital.
Did you really?
As a clerk for 6 years.
Oh my
actually.
God! I'm
Late
sorry
90s.
it's not there.
Me too.
It's not like they don't need a hospital.
Not that they don't need a hospital, but they certainly don't need condos.
No, they don't need more condos.
They don't need any more condos.
No.
Anyway, so now, but getting back to this play,
Yeah.
like what drew you to this play? Because I know you mostly from TV.
Right.
So did you have a theater history growing into this
Oh yes, when I went to NYU, I was down with teachers like Ron Van Leeuw, Olympia Dukakis, and they all did theater, and that's what I came to New York to do. Mm-hmm. That's what I really started with, and that's what I fell in love with. Mm-hmm. I also love film. Yeah. I would go downstairs and do films with the NYU film students because I grew up in Chicago and we had WGN and they showed old films all the time. So I loved both of them, and it's just a different medium to work in. But the exciting thing about the theater is it's live every night. Mm-hmm. The performances change every night. Yep. It's a live audience. It's a group event. And, I hope we can get back to that more so.
Well, I mean, it's sort of like with theater, the one thing you get to do that you don't really get to do with film and TV is that you get to have that discussion about the issues, however you frame it, in a more intense way because everyone is right there in the room. So like when you're talking about this differences of people politically and stuff like that, how it will resonate because you actually are going to have people being able to respond to that energy.
And focus. They aren't on their phones all the time.
Right.
They're writing television shows now where they repeat things 3 and 4 times because they know people are on their computers or their phones. It's kind of the dumbing down of television. Here, we're going to focus on something. The lights are going to come down. It's a wonderful play in a wonderful theater. And it's going to bring up, I think, it's a very interesting topic. So I think it's the kind of play that you see and you walk away and discuss.
Perfect.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too,
All right.
everybody. Mark Moses.
All right, take care.